Hey friends, it's Michelle with My 40 Net Wellness. I am here in the office Tuesday afternoon, and I actually wanted to just pop on and let you know what I was doing, getting ready for our anti-inflammatory 30-day program. And from someone who has suffered with chronic pain since I was 16, I am excited about this program. I've actually been playing around with my diet a little bit, and I've had some very interesting happenings going on lately. So I'm feeling pretty good. So I wanted to go through the folder, the client folder, and just I wanted to review the information that we have to share with you during the program. So the program itself, just a little heads up, it starts July 9th. It's on a Sunday. So Saturday you can go out, you'll have a shopping list, you can go out, get what you need for the week, and then start fresh on Sunday. I always like starting things on Sunday. Anyway, then on Tuesday, we're gonna have our first Zoom call. So we'll catch up with everybody. You can join us either at noon or at 7 p.m. So there's two different times of the day that you can catch up with us. Just enroll in one specific one. And then if you need to pop between one time or the other, just let me know and I'll shoot you that Zoom link. So I'm going through the list of offerings. So these are the tools that you are going to get when you sign up for this program. The first is a eat and don't eat list. So it's going to go through things that you should eat and maybe you shouldn't eat. And it's going to talk about things maybe you haven't heard of before, maybe you have. They're going to look at produce, they're going to look at meat. These are the things that you can eat. We're going to talk about a little bit about probiotics and give you some ideas on that. We're going to talk about things that you shouldn't eat, things like nightshades. These are types of vegetables, gluten in certain grains, trans fats, most sweeteners. We're going to talk about different types of oils and MSG, artificial sweeteners, and we're going to talk about coffee. Don't take away my coffee. I am down to half calf cup a day, one. And so that's all I need. And this right here is what you get 8 hours after that tiny little bit. So I think I'm good. But anyway, so that is what we're going to look at there. And something else you're going to get is you're going to get a food diary. Who doesn't like to chart what they eat? I'm not crazy about charting what I eat, but what I have noticed is that when I track, a lot of times I track in my brain because I'm just so used to doing this. But I'm gonna be faithful, and while you're doing this with me, I'm gonna write in my food diary every day. So I promise you, I'm going to track this. But you can track things: the time that you eat, the amount of food you eat, how hungry are you eating at home or are you eating out, and any other kind of notes you have. And you'll track that things like early morning, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and if you're like me at nighttime, I'm terrible about got to have something to snack on at night. That's just my thing. So, and we're also going to look at, you're going to get some information in a guide, a whole anti-inflammatory guide. It's going to give you a lot of information, a lot of useful information. It's going to talk about what is inflammation. It's the causes of it. This is your whole 30-day reset. How to recognize any signs of inflammation, how to reduce it, how to get started with your program. So if for some reason you don't or cannot possibly get in on these Zoom calls, you can still do this program with this guide, with my help. If you need a one-on-one session with me during the week for this program, let me know. Reach out to me and let me know, because I am here for you. I don't want people to suffer and scrounge around and find resources that are, I'm going to just say snake oil, because there's a lot of things out there that promise that this will take care of something, and this is going to take care of your pain. And I've tried several of them. But I'm just going to say that I'm here for you to get you through this time. Other things about how food contributes to inflammation, superfoods for inflammation, talks a little bit about leaky gut, natural remedies, essential oils, and then what's next? How do you get back there? So another client handout is going to be a lab cheat sheet. This is something that you can take. It's a conversation piece, actually. You can look at it and get some information on there. It talks about things like CRP, your C-reactive protein. That's a huge inflammatory marker. With changing my diet, I brought my CRP from 5 times the normal limit down to normal over a course of a couple years of eating right and getting rid of some of the things in my diet. So this lab cheat sheet talks about that CRP. It talks about things like ferritin, which that sometimes that's high with inflammation. It talks about your white cell count. So these are things that you can actually take this sheet to your doctor and have that conversation, you know, if you're having continued joint pain or things like that. And inflammation is not just joint pain. There's other, if you have heart disease, high blood pressure, you have diabetes, there's a chance that there is inflammation involved in all of this. Ever since we have gone to processed foods, the amount of processing that our foods get to, by the time they get to your table, that oil, that sugar, those chemicals, they all lead to an inflammatory process. So that's a great sheet to kind of take in conversation piece with your physician. Recipes, you're going to get recipes on things to make. They're both omnivore and vegan, so you can do that. If you need substitutions or you're not sure about what something is or where to find something, please reach out to me, because chances are I've probably had that question myself and might have an answer for you. One of the other resources is a suggested meal schedule, and it also comes with a shopping list, and that again is also separated into omnivore and vegan, so you can do that as well. And lastly is an inflammation quiz. And the inflammation quiz is actually basically a page of things to look for. Do you suffer from this? Do you have this? You know, and it talks about different signs and symptoms that you may have. And then what you do is you look back and you analyze your results. So if you checked 1 to 2 boxes, you've got this. If you've checked 3 to 4 boxes, you have some signs, you know, and if you've got 5+ boxes checked on this quiz, chances are you've got a lot of signs of inflammation, and ask your doctor to test further at that point. So I do make the disclaimer, the quiz or any of my professional advice. I'm a registered nurse. I'm not a medical doctor. I do have a doctorate in nursing practice, but I am not a nurse practitioner. So my thing is, I am here because I want to spend time with my patients, with my clients, one-on-one, if I need to, but just really trying to reach out and help you reach your optimal wellness. So that's what I'm here for. We've got this course coming up. Click on the enroll now, and I really hope to see you in a couple weeks. Thanks a lot. Have a great afternoon.